Also, you need to consider your fears. What makes you afraid of getting married? And start there and figure out how to come out of the fear. Figure out how to come out of the fear and figure out what reason why you want to marry this woman.
Hey,
That
Bruce,
makes
I think you
that makes no
disregard.
sense.
There's some very legitimate fears and reasons why people decide not to get married. I think it's wrong to not acknowledge that. I did want to say this though. I'm about to talk out of both sides of my mouth. I do also think that it is very easy for men to get married. It's just what's your definition of marriage?
But
Because you can get married. Because I think any man can get with a woman and marry her if he doesn't get no ass, he don't get no respect. She get to tell him what to do, and she get to go on and do whatever the hell she want to do. I guarantee you, and all he can do is use his money and take care of her. I guarantee you, any man can get into that situation.
Hey,
Very easy for us to find friendships.
I'll do you one better. He can actually marry a woman if he got the right amount of money. She'll get him all those things, but until that money run out,
yeah, that's not a marriage at all.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I think
So
it's very easy to
It
get into relationships with
is.
women.
It is a marriage. And there are some people that are in marriages. Like there are some people that are in marriages just for the money. They don't even talk to each other. They don't even sleep in the same bed. They don't even sleep in the same room.
I
They
know
are
about
together
those.
for the money.
Yeah,
So and it's
just
still a
marry rich.
marriage because they can still get in trouble for cheating on their spouse, even though we don't see it as a real marriage. But
That's
they
a
married.
remix.
They
That's not a real
legally
marriage.
married.
And that's what we're trying to
there is
say.
a remix.
Okay, it's a
Just
remix.
That's some bullshit, is what it is. It's some bullshit.
So,
That's
so the
what it
thing
is.
is, the thing is for men is just marry a rich woman, and most of your problems are going to be solved. And
That's
shout
a
out to
lie.
Ali, by the way, because been a long time since I see you, brother. So shout out to you for coming back. I appreciate you, brother.
Hey,
Thank you
fatty,
very much
that's a
for coming
lot.
back.
Listen. A man that marries a rich woman and he doesn't have resources of his own, that's gonna be a hellacious, short-lived situation. It never works out like that on a long-term
But
basis.
we all make 100K on the internet. It's fine.
Nah, but at 100K and being rich, yo. So a dude that
Speak for
makes
yourself,
100K, a
Speak for
dude that
yourself.
makes 100K trying to get with Ebony K. Williams, who has a net worth of $3 million, is not gonna compute. It's not gonna work.
Guys, I think it's all about finding out what is the reason behind why you want to get married. And also you need to consider your fears. What makes you afraid of getting married? And start there and figure out how to come out of the fear. Figure out how to come out of the fear and figure out what reason why you want to marry this woman.
Hey, Bruce, I think you
that makes no
disregard.
sense.
There's some very legitimate fears and reasons why people decide not to get married. I think it's wrong to not acknowledge that.
Right?
There are
That's not
very
always
legitimate
scary.
reasons as to reason why men don't want to get married today.
But the thing is, that makes
That
no
is-
sense.
that's the whole reason
Let
why I
me-
stated
Bruiser, with all the respect, right? I am afraid of a lion. If I not afraid of the lion, he's still going to F me up. It doesn't matter if I'm afraid of the lion or I'm not. The lion is still a lion, and I'm still a person, and he's probably going to rip me apart, right? It's the same thing with married.
So let me hold on. Let me
pull up-
talk to your point.
Go
Why
ahead.
are you afraid of a lion right now? At this moment?
If he was in my presence, absolutely.
I didn't say that. I said, are you afraid of a lion right now at this moment?
What?
If he was in my presence, absolutely.
You keep adding these conditions. I'm just asking you a simple
Stupid
question.
answer, stupid question.
How-
stupid
is that a
answer.
stupid? You just said you were afraid of a lion.
Stupid
I
question.
said, are you afraid of a lion at this moment
Stupid.
right now? It's just a
If
simple
you-
question.
Right now, no, because there's no lion in sight.
Thank you. So your fear is only elevated or even present whenever you're actually in proximity of the threat, right? So if it don't make sense till you do it.
No, work it out. So I
It
got
don't
you.
make sense to
Go
be
ahead, no,
afraid of
please,
anything
please,
that's not a threat to you, right?
please. Explain to me, please.
So right now, marriage is that a threat to you? Is divorce a threat to you right
Come
now?
on, man.
What is your fear of I'm trying to go somewhere with it, but y'all
these
keep
false
derailing the whole
equivalencies?
conversation when I'm
Bruiser,
trying to get to
false
the point.
equivalence.
Let him go. No, Bruiser, I get your point, right?
I'm saying, how are you afraid of anything if you don't actually get into
I
it?
pay my
How are you
bills.
afraid of drowning when you don't even get in the water?
I pay my bills.
Like,
I
I'm
have,
saying-
but I'm
I'm
afraid
saying-
of
what I'm
being
saying-
homeless. I never been homeless, but I'm afraid of being
What?
homeless. Like, what the hell? Are you
Bruiser.
I'm
talking
trying to be
about?
as
Are you saying
transparent
you
as
gotta
possible by
drown?
using so many different scenarios So y'all are so damn stupid. It's hard to
Now
really
we're
get to y'all.
Hey,
stupid
Bruiser,
because you're saying a bunch of
Izzy,
stupid shit.
Izzy,
We're
I got
stupid.
it.
So none of the stuff I said
Guys, one
even.
mic, 1 second.
Okay, go ahead. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Izzy, I got
Bruiser,
it.
let me ask you something.
Y'all
You're
got
saying
it.
all kinds
Bruiser,
of
let me ask you something, Bruiser.
pseudo intellectual shit, and we're stupid.
Bruiser, how many courageous men,
Ask
strong
a
men, tall men, rich men got divorced and got their shit?
Smoke weed every day.
How many of them?
I know.
Courage means, Bruiser, courage means nothing. Sometimes, actually, you being courageous is being stupid, right? Oh, I can handle it. I will go there and I'll fight 7 men, and you're probably going to get beat, right? The thing is, the with the laws and everything, is stacked against you. And even if you are fearless, you still can get got.
So how would a law? Okay, so how would a law stacked against me?
You have a kid, right? You have the house is on your wife. The deed of the house is on your wife's name too, right? All of that. Do you understand? Like if something happens,
So
you understand
what did you just say that represent a law?
Child support law, and child support law is the first one, right? 1 second. You are going to fight. They have to fight for the custody of your kids. That's the second one. You still are going to. Somebody has to stay on the house, and somebody has to leave. Usually, the woman stays on the house. Are you going to stay the house? And
so you're suggesting that my marriage is set up with no. Well, I didn't set my marriage up with no premarital agreement or anything like that.
Is your wife on the deed of the? Is your wife on the deed of the house?
So now you're asking me questions, but you had it all. You had the picture all painted. Now you got to. You see how that works? But you see how that works?
I'm open to be wrong.
When you make assumptions, when you don't know the whole details, you make yourself look like a fool.
Don't deflate.
Like
I ask you a question.
Israel,
1 second, bro. I got you, bro. Israel, I apologize. I was making assumptions. Let me ask you a question. Is your wife on the deed? Is your wife on the deed of the house? Yes or no? The name.
Yeah.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Bruiser. I think the problem what you're saying is that
you need to go learn the law, man.
You're ignoring a rational fear of something based on the fact that there are ways to be able to get around it. Just because there may be ways to get around it doesn't mean that those ways are necessarily options for a lot of people, or that they are even obtainable. And then also you're going to throw in the fact that you try to use the example that, how can a person have a fear of water if they've never been in a pool? You can watch somebody else drown in a pool and then having a rational fear of water. And there's a lot of people who won't go nowhere near pools simply because they've watched others drown.
So his fan, and the whole reason why I made that is because that was going to open up my next point, but I could never finish it. My whole point was your fear doesn't come from none of the decisions you made in your life or none of the experience you made in your life. All of your fears come from.
But you made the point last
all of your fears are coming from looking at somebody else's failures.
Last week that
you are one-time divorced. What the hell are you talking about? It's your own failure. It's not everybody failures. Is you failed the first one, you might be succeed on the second one.
That's why a lot of people stay where they are, because they get their results from people who don't have positive results. They only look at the. That's why you know why I'm trying to give you the game. The reason why I'm successful, the reason why I'm in the position I am, is because I put myself in a circle with people who have results. I don't surround myself with motherfuckers who fail all the time. I don't disregard it. I understand it. That's why I put this. That's why I work so hard to surround myself around a circle of people, because I saw it done so wrong. But I don't let that be the excuse for me not hopping in the game. Getting my feet wet, because I've seen so many people fail. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to surround myself with people who win it, and I'm going to still try. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between me and the others.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Well, the Green Power Ranger was a winner on his 18-year marriage until he wasn't. Then he took his life because his wife left him 18 years afterwards. He had money, he had houses. He was a very successful man, and he still got, right? We saw Michelle Obama talking about how she was miserable for 10 years on her marriage with the most powerful man in the old wild world. Like, what are we talking about?
What?
You can still get got even if you are not afraid. Being afraid.
I didn't say I'm not disputing whether things can fail. I'm saying if we look at the numbers, how versus failure and success, which one is higher, success or failure?
Failure.
As far as marriage.
Right now, you are
Failure.
50-50. You are one loss and one win, and we don't know.
No,
So
failure.
you saying
is
so you
much
saying
One more minute,
over
y'all. One
50%
more
of
minute.
all
One
the
more minute.
marriages in America are failing.
One more minute.
most
Majority of the
majority,
marriages
80% of marriages.
Y'all gonna
are
have to
failing.
show me some numbers on that.
They
Wait,
show
wait.
80% of marriages ended.
I didn't
divorce.
say you
What are
had to
talking about
yell
in
at me.
America?
I said show me the numbers.
Brother,
Not 80%,
80%.
bro,
Israel.
no, it's
Yeah,
not
it's a lot of
80%.
marriages. It's a
Let's
lot
go
of
Not
marriages.
80%.